Hello, do I need a tax professional for swing trading? You don't need a tax professional to swing trade, but you need a tax professional to file your taxes if you do not know how to file it yourself. And when you swing trade in a taxable brokerage account, you are going to pay estimated tax on those profits, and you will have a 1099 at the end of the year from your brokerage firm that will be used to enter all those trades for stocks that you sold during the year. You'll have 1099 that will include them, how much you pay for those stocks and how much you sold them for, and the date you purchased, the date you sold them, and those will be entered on your 1040. So swing trading in a taxable brokerage account just make your tax return a little bit more complicated or lengthy process, in the sense that you'll have to put those trades in your tax software. And if you are not already filing your own 1040, you use a tax professional to do it for you, then you'll need that tax professional to still continue doing it for you. You'll just add to the document you take to that tax professional, you'll add your 1099 to it. Just keep in mind that when you have more forms to file with your 1040, how much you pay for your 1040 could go higher, especially if you have a lengthy trades that need to be recorded in the software. It could cost you more. So, but if you know how to file your own 1040 using a tax software, you should be able to file your 1040 even if you are swing trading. Those 1099, you'll be able to put those in your tax return, and you'll know what you put in it, what was asked of you by the tax software in the questionnaire mode, if that's what you use, what you put in it. That way, the next tax season, you'll know how to organize your documents or your 1099, the Excel version or the CSV version, how to organize your data so that it's easier for you to put it in your tax software. So that's something to keep in mind. To give you an example, I filed our own tax return, and the first year that I swing trade, which was in 2024, I traded using short option and swing trading strategy. So I buy stocks, and I bought stocks and sold it every few days or so if things went well. So I end up having a lot of trade that year. So tax season, yes, I have a lot of things that I needed to put in the tax software. And at the same time, I was thinking about, does that make sense for me to be buying the same stocks every few days and selling it every few days? Why, if I hold a little bit longer and I switch to long option and swing trading strategy? So what that does is it allows me to trade less. But the reason was more that it will increase my profits as well, and at the same time it will decrease the number of trade during the year, so that I don't have a lot of trade to enter in my tax software. But the way I did it though, for those stocks that I purchased and sold every few days or so, let's say that the same stocks I purchased 10 times during the year and sold it 10 times during the year, the 1099 will have all those 10 transactions. So having a CSV version, what I did for those is I pretty much spend more time to reorganize those data on a spreadsheet before I enter the software. So those 10 trades, I combine them for each stocks. I combine them so that, and then because I know that they are short-term trade, short-term capital gain, the way I view it is IRS does not care how many times I trade those stocks. What it cares about is it short-term capital gain or long-term capital gain to determine what tax should be applied to it. So since I know those are short-term gain, I pick one date out of those 10 and one date that I purchase it and one date out of those 10 times that I sold it to make sure it is less than 1 year time frame, if that makes sense. That way, it is the profit from all those is a short-term capital gain. And I just combine those into one trade to enter. And for some of them, there are some instances that the same stocks, depending on how I purchase it, I have long-term capital gain for one, for instance, and short-term capital gain for others. Those will be two different entries in the tax software. And if one, for instance, has maybe was reported to IRS and one was not, that will be two different entries in the tax software. Those are things to pay attention to as well. But yeah, and I know that there is options to just enter the summaries for the one that are reported to IRS, the one that are not reported to IRS, and long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain, and put them on a different form. But there are just some regulations to it, so I just prefer to enter things, all the stocks one by one in the tax software. But for those multiple trades of one stocks, I try to see if they are all long-term capital gain, or all of them shorter capital gain, or all of them were reported to IRS, or all of them were now reported to IRS, to know what to combine. And that is just related to one company stock. So, and then in 2025, using long option and swing trading strategy, I decreased the number of trades that I did that year. And I noticed that I trade one stock once that year or so. Or when I purchase it again, I didn't have time to sell it before the end of the year. So therefore, that 1099, you will only have one of that stock's trades on it, because it only reports stocks that you sold, not the one that you purchased but you have not sold yet. And therefore, for 2025 tax return filed in 2026, pretty much had to put all my stocks in the tax software one by one. Again, a long list as well, because I have a long list of stocks on my stock list to do, but it's going to, and again, and I sold some stocks. I continue selling stocks that I purchased in 2023 using for dividend income purposes, and the one that I purchased in 2024 that I didn't sell, I keep selling those as well. So I have, but it will take a while before I'll get rid of those old stocks that I purchased that didn't perform well, and I still have in my portfolio for them to become positive before I sell them. But just keep that in mind. You don't need a tax professional when you are swing trading. If you can file your own tax return, but if you don't know how to file your own tax return, you'll need a tax professional to enter your 1099 in your tax software, to file your 1040 for you, and to enter those in the 10 days, to pretty much file your 1040, including your swing trade profits as well, profits or losses, if you are doing it in a taxable brokerage account. If you are doing it in a Roth IRA, for instance, you are not going to get a 1099 for those to enter in your 1040. So today we are going to analyze CSGP as of August 13, 2026. Okay, so when we are looking at these stocks, we are on a maximum daily chart and is going down. It crossed this support line. Let's go to maximum monthly chart because I'm not even seeing all-time highest price here. Okay, so it's around this lowest support line here. There is an arrow there that shows that we purchased it there. Right now we are negative in this purchase. But when we are looking at it, it went all the way down here and start going up from there. But again, is it a stocks I would want to have on my swing trade? The answer will be no. So that means as soon as it start going up and is a little bit past this area or so, I should sell it and lock in a small profit and get out of it. And if it continued to lean on this support line moving forward, that will make sense. This one will make some sense as well, but it has just been too many years that it fell back on this, and it went all the way up to here. Those are we have the price on the S-axis from we have the date on the S-axis from the past to the present, and the price on the Y-axis from $0 up. And when we are looking at it, those are years, those dotted lines. So the last time it left this support line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and it came back down 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much 4 years to come down in it, and the 5th years it went below it. So I will, but it has been leaning on this line for pretty much for 5 years or so, and if it has continued using it, that will show the growth in it. But from the moment it came back down here, I think it's not a stocks I want to keep in my portfolio to continue swing trading it. It's around our buying zone, but it's not the type of stocks I wanted to swing trade. Yes, it's an investment type of stocks, but still I don't like the fact that it came back down to this. And as you can see, I haven't purchased those stocks, but continue analyzing them make me question my previous decision. So that's how I keep improving my swing trading strategy and stocks that I'm swing trading as well. Just to share, I'm sharing this with you to let you know that it's okay to start swing trading and keep improving your process. You don't need to know it all before you take the first step, but it can be good when you are doing so to just buy a small number of shares, even that's just one share, as long as the expected profit will be enough for you to pay your brokerage fee and still have some profit left, and to give you a proof that yes, that strategy and the stock you try to swing trade with it, they work together. As for the strategy that I'm using to swing trade and this stock, I don't think they are working well together. So therefore, you know, I will prefer, I'm not going to wait until it's reached all-time highest price for me to sell it. As soon as I have a little profit in it, I think I will sell it and get out of it and not buying it again. So thank you so much for watching. Do you swing trade or invest or trade CSGP? We thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your comments, and we thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi, and on our channel we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence. And swing trading will allow you to create another stream of income. Just start small and slowly you'll get there. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I just swing trade in my husband and I brokerage account, and I like to share what is working for us, what is not working, so that if you find some tips useful, you can use them in you can customize them to fit your personality type, your risk tolerance, and use them in your own financial success journey. Will you please proceed with caution? For more videos in this series, will you please check the playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Long Uptrend Lines in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our online store, Liberman.com. If you are looking for cloth napkins or tote bags, will you please check our online store, Liberman.com. Thank you so much for your time. Happy swing trading.